Alright, this is Jason with the Primal Outdoors channel, and again we're heading towards the desert. We spent most of the day sewing on some ECSs, and I need a little break. It's pushing 5 o'clock. I'm going to head out, meet up with Coyote Works, and we're just going to have a little overnight relaxation. You weren't sitting down the road before me, were you? I was starting to think, I was thinking,
did I say Bear Creek or Little Bear Creek?
Alright, so we're just, now that we're getting going again, we turned off the main dirt road and we're heading down this little old 2-track here, and we're just gonna kind of cruise back here a little ways and see if we can't find a good place to camp for the evening. The Oregon High Desert is a great place to go when you really want to get away from it all. With thousands of miles of public access, you're sure to find a secluded place to camp. And the trip in can be half the fun. I recommend a good, reliable 4-wheel drive with decent clearance for trips like this, as many of these old roads have not been maintained in quite some time, and they can get pretty rough. Alright, so we finally found a place to camp for the evening. There's a little threat that we might get a little rainstorm here or there tonight. So instead of just going with the swag alone, I'm going to go ahead and grab out my wheel and lean, and I'm going to set it up, and that way I can put the swag underneath it. The swag is fully waterproof, and so I don't have to worry about getting wet because of that, but it does, by having the wheeling, it'll just give me a little bit more space if we do get some inclement weather. So tonight I thought I'd make a half-decent meal for me and Coyote Works. So in my ice cooler I have some pork chops marinating, and here on the tailgate I've got some vegetables I'm going to wrap up in some tin foil, add some butter, and we'll put some seasoning in there, and we'll wrap that all up and put that on the fire as well. So Casey's going to make us a quick fire pit, just so that we have a little something here to cook by, and just for ambiance, and cook those pork chops with. You're doing a fine job.
Yeah.
Alright, so Casey's got the fire pit pretty well set up. The wheeling's set up for the evening.
Am I off camera?
You're on camera.
Oh. Alright, then I'll act a little bit more camera appropriate.
And take 2. Alright, well, we got our pork chops here done, and some vegetables.
That sounded pretty fucking exciting.
What?
Alright, we got our pork chops, some vegetables.
What was I do? Supposed to do a little dance first? Maybe have some.
Wow, Primal Outdoors, this is some delicious cauliflower.
I just want to make sure you grow big and strong, Coyote Works.
This fucking broccoli is the best I've ever had.
It is pretty good, and these carrots are pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm.
They are actually kind of amazing.
They are. It is really good.
Alright, so I'm just kind of getting around here this morning, starting to get coffee and stuff going. We did get a little rain last night, so it did turn out to be a good idea to put the wheel and lean up for the evening. It just gives me a little bit more space to kind of maneuver around, have the dogs and everything. But anyways, Casey's still asleep in his rooftop tent, and I'm going to finish getting some coffee going. Alright, so I'm going to get my coffee going. I'm going to use my little MSR pocket rocket. Just a nice little lightweight backpacking stove, and I find it just handy for using off the back of the pickup here, just to get things like coffee and mountain houses and stuff, boiling water for those things. Alright, so now that my water's boiled up, I just use my hydro flask container, and then I've found some of these. I'm not really sure what they're called. This is Molita or something, but anyways, they're kind of handy. They just use a little filter, and it goes right over the top of your cup like that, and then you can just add your coffee of choice, which for me is some Seattle's Best Medium Dark Rich Coffee, and you just pour that however much you want inside your filter, and you can take your hot water and you just drizzle it in over the top of your coffee, and it just goes right into your cup. Takes a little longer than if you're just going to use a little packet, say like a Starbucks packet or a Taster's Choice packet or something like that. Those are obviously faster, but in my opinion, this is a lot better tasting cup of coffee. Definitely worth the little bit of extra effort that it takes to get it all going in the morning. Alright, for those who may have not seen Casey's rooftop tent before, this is the CVT. It's a fold-out tent. It goes on top of his truck. I've actually thought about this solution for myself, but unfortunately with my dogs, I just think it'd be a real hassle trying to get them in and out of the tent. So, but I really do like this setup. I've camped with Casey lots of times, and I feel like this is a really efficient setup for the type of camping we do, where we're constantly on the move and we don't want to spend a lot of time setting up a camp. The CVT gives them lots of space on the inside and to move around, and it only takes him, I think less than 5 minutes most times I've been with them to set it up. What are you going to be doing today? Don't get all in video mode.
Oh.
This ain't a presidential election, okay?
Okay. So, what am I going to do today? I'm going to finish up my video on the chair. I'm going to run a little video on the Springfield M1A Scout Rifle. And I'm going to possibly... Yes, you have to act like you're interested.
Well, I was trying to be a little bit more natural myself.
Casey is a great guy and a good friend, and even though we give each other a lot of crap, I always have a great time, and I always leave looking forward to our next adventure. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like, comment, and share. Make sure to check out Casey on his channel, Coyote Works, and I'll see you guys again outside.